So I'm starting out the countdown with number 10 being Christian Wilkins. Last year he was all the way to number 4. He was a top 5 D tackle in the league. He was scary, man. He was very productive. He was going to be a dangerous piece for Las Vegas, and it was supposed to work out the way it should have worked out, but instead he had a really gnarly foot injury. He wasn't able to physically perform, and they let him go, man. And it's kind of crazy how he's a free agent now. I feel like once he gets that foot healed up, I don't know if it's a matter of when he'll play. I don't know if it's the them being afraid that he'll never play, and they signed him all that money, but I mean, you're releasing a guy that was an all-pro and is a guy that's a Pro Bowler, like a perennial threat to your team, and you let him go. I think it's kind of weird, but he does drop down because of the numbers. I hope he plays, and I hope that he proves the Raiders organization wrong on letting him go for sure. But he's 29 years old, 6 years in the league. He is a free agent currently. 5 games that he played, 17 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 6 QB hits, and 2 sacks for him. Yeah, I mean, I want to see him play. I hope that he continues to recover, and hopefully he shows back up and shows the league what he's about, because he is a monster when he's healthy. 9, it's going to be Darren Payne. Last year he was number 5, top 5 guy. His numbers did drop, a little bit, so it definitely doesn't help. But he's still a really key piece to the Commanders team. He's still really good on that D line. For so long, they've had those two D tackle duos, and it was fun to watch. Just the team wasn't good. But now that the team's good, it's nice to see Darren Payne a lot more. It's nice to see him on TV and really showcasing what kind of talent he's got. And he's got a lot of good talent, man. Very underrated D tackle in the league. Definitely fun to watch. He's 28 years old, 7 years in the league. He's got 2 years, $42.98 million. Played 17 games, had 42 tackles, 5 tackles for loss, 7 QB hits. He had 4 sacks, 2 pass deflections. In the 2 games that he played, he had a tackle and a QB hit. So overall, Darren Payne is great. I do want to see him get Pro Bowl status. I do want to see him get recognized even more. Hopefully, his season is better than it was this year. Number 8, we do have Jonathan Allen, who last year was a number 7, so he's dropping down one spot. Honestly, yeah, his numbers were were decreased, right? Were reduced, but it's still a really great defensive tackle. He made up with Darren Payne, one of the scariest D tackle duos in the National Football League in Washington, and now he's taking his talents to Minnesota to have a really good duo with Javon Hargrave. I think him and Javon Hargrave makes that Minnesota Vikings defense 10 times better. It's scary to actually know that they have 2 guys like that are productive, that they're reliable, and they are two of, when healthy, of the best D tackles in the league, man. So Jonathan Allen, it's scary what he's going to do in Minnesota, and honestly, great sign. It's a steal for him. 30 years old, 8 years in the league, 3 years, $51 million with the Minnesota Vikings. He played 8 games, 19 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 7 QB hits, and 3 sacks. He did play in the playoffs all 3 games, and he had 6 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and 2 QB hits. I think he's going to be great. I hope that he stays healthy because I think he could be Pro Bowl form, and I would love to see that out of him. He's an entertaining defensive tackle and definitely doesn't get much praise, but he should. I think in Minnesota you're going to see some of the stuff the ability that he can bring to the table, and the Vikings fans are going to enjoy that D tackle play. 7, we do have DeForest Buckner, who last year was actually top 3 defensive tackle in the league. He is one of the smartest D tackles in the National Football League. He just knows where plays are gonna go. He picks up on QB movements, and he's just great at his swim move, man. DeForest Buckner, such a long guy that's just got so much power to him. At 6'7", it's crazy to think a D tackle at 6'7", and the ability to move like that. He really has tendencies that he can play with that feel like a Calais Campbell based on the size and the athleticism, man. It's like a young Calais Campbell. So DeForest Buckner definitely deserves some credit here, man. At number 7, he's dropping with his numbers, but still, still reliable, and him with Grover Stewart is a fantastic duo in Indianapolis. But yeah, DeForest Buckner, 31 years old, 9 years in the league, 2 years, $46 million, 12 games played, 61 tackles, 8 tackles for loss, 14 QB hits, 6.5 sacks, and 1 pass deflection. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he does, and I hope that his numbers do go back to DeForest Buckner numbers. He's definitely a Pro Bowl type guy, and he's definitely an All Pro type guy. Lastly, for this video, we do have at number 6 Jaylen Carter. Yeah, he's made a gigantic leap. He's went from honorable mention to number 6 in the NFL in defensive tackle position. He's a crazy, crazy great defensive tackle. Strength is outrageous. Body type, body shape is outrageously athletic for his body type. And yeah, I mean, what he brought to Georgia, he's bringing to Philadelphia. They have a fantastic defense. They definitely have the chance of repeating as Super Bowl champs, and Jaylen Carter is a part of it. Definitely, they did well replacing Fletcher Cox with Jaylen Carter. His athleticism and just him as a football player is phenomenal to watch. When you're looking at a Jaylen Carter, 24 years old, 2 years in the league, 2 years, $6.45 million on his rookie deal. Jaylen Carter played 16 games. He had 42 tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 16 QB hits, 4.5 sacks, 6 pass deflections, and 2 forced fumbles. And he made his money in the postseason, man. The 4 games that he played, he had 9 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, 7 QB hits, 2 sacks, 3 pass deflections, and a forced fumble. He was phenomenal. He was absolutely phenomenal. He's entertaining, and he's just going to get better. He was 12th in Defensive Player of the Year voting. He was a Pro Bowler, and he was a second-team All-Pro. So overall, for a second year, doing all that is crazy good. He's only going to get better, like I said, and I'm excited to see what he does. I'm sure the rest of the league or the teams that are rivals with Philadelphia, they aren't too happy because they're going to have to see him for a while.